Alright, what up guys? Another new episode here, and this one is going to be doing the wheelhouse on our Foxbody. We're kind of finishing it up, and in this video it'll be the stitching of the inside or between the two wheel wells where the guy cut through with a cutoff wheel, and also stitching it to the new quarter panel we just put on. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, we'll start off by putting this car up on jack stands so that we can take this tire off, so when we're welding, obviously we don't pop the tire or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and lift this up, go ahead and get all that off, and then we'll continue on. Alright, now we'll go ahead and take off the wheel just with this right here, obviously the impact, and it's only 3 nuts on here, so. Alright, and boom, now we'll set this aside, and I'll go ahead and show you underneath here and what we're going to do to be able to tighten it together and weld it. Alright, so this is essentially underneath. Now I don't know if you can see too well, obviously don't have a light in there, but you can see there's 2 spots right there. As you can see, this gap right here, and we have to kind of clamp that together, and kind of, we'll screw through it and then clamp them together and just weld it back up. I don't think it'll take too long, but we also want to make sure we're still precise with this because, you know, it is my wheel well connects to my quarter. So we'll go ahead and set y'all up and we'll continue on. Okay, so now we have a clamp right here. I don't know if you can see it very well. Go ahead and show y'all. I'll get y'all a better angle on this. But it's a clamp, and I just screw right through it or drill right through it to the other one. And then I'll just go right in the middle of it and weld it. And then I can just take this right back off and then move on to our next step and continue to go back and forth. So I'll start on this side and then I'll do one on that side and boom, 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 essentially. But for now, I'll go ahead and get a light and I'll go ahead and drop y'all down a little bit so y'all can see a little better. Alright, we'll go ahead and start off by drilling into this. Which seems like this battery might be pretty bad. We'll see. Well, that's not very good. We'll have to try and get some clamps, try and get that a little closer, but that's definitely not the best result we want to see. So, looks like that one's definitely on me. I just did it in a really bad spot, very weird spot where it starts to curve. So I have to make sure I don't do that in the next ones, but we'll go ahead and try to tack this and see what we can do, because we can't just have a big open hole like this. So we'll continue in. Can't even see. Okay, looks like I got a tiny little spot, but we'll have to grind it down. Okay, so very ugly weld, but we can just grind it down at the end. At least we got it tacked on. I don't know if it did anything. It looked like it's still flush, just the bottom part was not as flush. And I could probably get on the back side there. Now, it'd probably be a pain. I could look real quick. I don't know. I mean, I could, but hopefully we could just move up and continue to tack in and get a better tack than that. So we'll continue on. Okay, this one came out a lot better. We actually got a really good drill, and you know, they're both together right now. And all we're gonna do is just weld right in there, but this one should be a fairly good hole for us to weld. Or miss it completely. The heck? Well, another not very good weld, but once again we can grind this down and we'll be all right. But not really satisfied with that one either. I don't know. This one's definitely a lot harder to weld on these Wheelhouse, but we'll kind of figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. I'll go ahead and tack in a couple of these because y'all really can't see me when I'm sitting there inside the wheel well or see what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and tack these in and I'll show you all at the end. Alright, and this is essentially what we came out with. Now these aren't the best welds. Came kind of, you know, a little bit of a problem trying to get them to all line up with each other. But, you know, it'll hold. And now we're just going to grind it down and then we should be alright, you know. Yeah, so we'll just grind down the rest of these welds, get them as flat as we can and looking better. And then we'll continue in and we'll start some filler work and priming. Alright, now I won't be able to get a great angle on this side, so I'll go ahead and get this one and show you all of it at the end. Alright guys, and this is what we're looking at. I'll go ahead and give you all a light as well. This is what we're looking like all after grinded down. And I'll show you the other side as well. And this is your other side for you. So, looking good. Now we'll kind of put the wheel back on, roll it back outside, and we'll start sanding and getting some primer on it.
Dig your 5 spot when you get on with it. Let me see what you got. Okay. Let me see. Actually see what's going on. What you got to do. God, you got a little head. You got to work one angle and then you let that cool. Then you got to work another angle. So, what's your wires or your heat on? 1 or 2?
Heat?
Yes.
The wire speed's at 2.
Okay. Yeah, heat will be 1 or 2.
Oh, 2.
Turn that down to 1 when you're trying to stitch. Because if not, it's just going to blow through your metal. Give me just a little bit less wire speed. Okay, that's good. So again, you want to leave it, you want to get to where it's just cooling and then try to hit it again. When you're doing thin metal, 18 gauge like this, you want to leave that on 1 to heat. If you're constantly blowing through, you leave it on 1. Just like that, right? So then you'll just go up here. And then all I'm going to do is now I'm going to let that cool. And then I'm going to work that other side. Now I'm going to let that cool. And then I'm going to try to work this side again. Bam, now I got them touching, right? So now I'm just going to work the center of that weld. Oh, it did not get a ground. So now I just want to work the center of the weld, because that's going to be your thickest metal, and it'll spread to the metals around it. And just let it cool. Get to where it's just barely still orange.
Cool.
That's how professional does it. Okay, so then just keep working. I'd probably put another one here, another one here, down in that corner. Just keep working every couple of inches. You probably either need to hammer that down or hammer this up to where it's level.
There you go.
So you'll reuse these brackets, right? Of course, yeah. I'll reuse that brake line.
Oh, would you?
It's got to be cut. And that bracket's going to be right here, so I only need this much brake line.
Oh, the one that they sent with us to weld it or whatever.
Y'all, huh? That's crazy. You know what you might do? No, because it's going to make new bushings and shit. I hear it. Well, they're in there. That ain't fuck. That's right, that's brand new. I don't know how in the world we're going to get those out. Up there. Burn on one. First one.
Does this look good?
2 weeks. Looks like you need to hurry up. That's what it looks like.
I did it right in the middle.
I mean, it's okay.
Oh, Mom took big rig?
Yeah, so she can take that.
Here you go, Chris. I mean, here you go,
Cliff.
Clifford.
Thanks, Cliff.
Appreciate it.
You wire wheel. Get her cleaned up. Get her cleaned up. Looking like a fresh little cherry tart. And then a Are you trying to make sure you don't get toasted with mask on? Whatever. No, I don't like breathing in that rub. No. Hey, do you like welding around the gas tank with the brackets? Because that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And we used to be all scared of that. I've seen most of them all over these things.
Don't make it smart, especially when,
Those ones are so wet.
especially when that clamp's loose.
Yeah, you got to. That's different.
That loose clamp I got right there.
I love this one. Everything's fucking.
Chevy's inside.
No, like that. Where she is, so.
No.
Who's all that? Did they even try to look in the back?
That's what he looked on his system.
What, that, yeah.
That's all they had. The next word we go for.
But yeah, because they were looking at the same item number, and bagging is not the same number. These fucking parts people
Hey, were you?
are fucking stupid.
Like I told you, over by me, they only hired two. It's all females working in there. And they're all young teenagers, don't know shit about cars.
Well, yeah, that's just for the eye king.
They got Virginia stuff.
I was watching something last night.
Porn.
All the things.
No, it's on YouTube and it was called, and all of them cops.
Cops?
He said, you're trying to get my Virginia. It was hilarious.
That bolt's over there, I don't know. There you go. Pour that brake fluid all over the floor. Fuck it.
Yeah. Here. Where'd you put this other bolt?
I ain't touching it.
You took it off from right there.
It ain't in there.
It ain't on here. It wasn't on here when you handed it to me.
See, this is why we don't lay stuff on the seat that people sit on. See this little brake fluid over here?
Yeah, that's why I said.
Now somebody's gonna take their nice clean pajamas and sit right down.
I don't know who that would be.
I'm here in the shop with pajamas on. Skinny jeans and pajamas. There's a fucking pants screw around this bitch.
These are just working.
You gonna blow that tire? I can't wait for that. Kill. Pow! You will. Get up, because you don't take time to take tire off. That's rubber right there.
You want to take it off? All right.
I don't know. It's safety first or second to you. Might not even be in your top.
All right, and back to welding.
Hard to get up in there.
I think it's pretty damn good shape.
Yeah, I was gonna do undercoat these.
Now we'll take them off when we redo this bushings in them. Yeah, we'll paint them. Don't undercoat them because they were just painted from the factory. Actually, this is all fair.
Well, I thought they painted these right.
That's why you don't see me paint them. I was looking like the fucking driving test. Never painted those.
Yeah, I know they're like.
Yeah, they had.
Like markers. Look down the back.
Okay, so that's going to work on this side. That works better on the bracket.
Yeah.
See, there we go. I mean, we're going to have to do the extended emergency
No matter what.
Right.
That's what I would've done. You got them. You got a weld, you got a drill. Why can't you cut wrong?
I was watching the guy that's collabing with the area right now, building that 55 with that 400 horse engine in. Anyway, you know, he was talking about that. He was like, listen, he said, you're not a hot rodder. If you don't have a welder and you don't know how to use it,
Yeah.
you ain't a hot rodder.
Right.
Because they had to make a pickup too.
Yeah.
Really love your
Well, if you're a hot rod guy, those guys do a little bit of everything. You ain't got it.
Yes,
They don't have to look like they're fucking brand new.
Yeah, they do. There's only one way to do it here, Clint.
Make 4-wheel drive.
Alright, and now on to the other side over here, and we'll go ahead and stitch those up as well. Alright, what up y'all? That was the end to that video. We didn't really get, well, we got the rest of the side done on the stitch, but I decided to put 2 videos in one. But I'm about to start coming out with a new video, and it's going to be called Shop Days with the Boys, and I'm going to see what y'all think about that too. Let me know if y'all like that content, but this is essentially it, and we have primed the car since, and this is what we're looking at. Now obviously it's same on the other side, but we're kind of test fitting everything, getting the final fits, but the quarter looks good. underneath here, these are where all the welds are. Now this is on purpose, not covered correctly, so I can get the top of this stitched together, and I don't know if you can see very well, but get the top of that stitched together, and then obviously those got stitched up top and finished. So that's it for the stitching part. All we have to do is get the top of the wheelhouse, and we're completely done with that, and we're still making progress. Next, we're gonna be buying paint, and we are not gonna go black on this car. We're gonna go with a dark matter gray off of newer Mustangs. See y'all then.